Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I'm Mike. Got another Scream update. December's issue of Total Film had Ghostface on the cover, and I know some people have already seen it, but I just now got the chance to see it, and I found some really interesting stuff to me that was in this article. So let's talk about it. The movie will definitely be meta. A while back, some people were talking about how Kevin Williamson said the movie was not going to be meta this time around. That is not the case. If you read this article, they must mention how meta this film is going to be like 10 goddamn times. In one particular part, Randy Quaid says that his character in the movie is much like him in real life at first, whereas he didn't know anything about horror movies, but the movie's so meta that his character, as it goes along, actually gets a horror education throughout the film, which reminds me of characters like Randy explaining The Exorcist and Halloween and how Jamie never showed her tits till she went legits. The movie's definitely going to be meta, number one. Number two, it will use social media. Not a surprise there. You got to figure they're going to update the technology and all that stuff. They did it with Scream 4, but they say here, now we find ourselves in a world where social media is also a big part of our lives, and so they brought aspects of that into the film as well. Now, I maintain that they're going to use all these Reddit posts and all this internet sleuthing and all the articles and the people trying to find spoilers and all that shit. I think they're going to somehow put that into the movie. I don't know how, but I think that is going to be a tie into the meta-ness. That's just one of the predictions I have for the film. Another thing the article says is that Scream will still be funny. I thought the first Scream was fucking hilarious. You hit me with the phone, dick! Like, it was meant to be funny. All the films were funny. I feel like it would be lacking something if they didn't do that. So I'm happy to see that that'll be in there. They actually say, of course this is not surprising, but they say the film's going to please everybody. They seem really confident in this shit, as they should. And you know, I know, you negative Nancys. I know. Not like they're going to come out and be like, hey, this movie fucking sucks. It's a potato. We filmed it in a potato, and it feels like a potato, and it's kind of like taking a painful potato shit. No, they're not gonna fucking say that. I know that, I understand that, but it's still nice to hear. We want to be whispered sweet, soft lies into our goddamn ears, John. Let us have it. Kevin Williamson said it's the fabric and DNA of Scream. You have a new movie for new fans, and you have a new movie for old fans, and some comfort food along the way. I think it has it all. I thought they did a beautiful job putting it all together. I just watched it and went, ugh, I'm so glad I didn't have to do this. It's so hard. They did a really good job of tracking the characters from Scream 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 and who they are today and all these years later. And that was one of the things that made me happiest. Now, this is what gets me into the next thing. Very, very confusing. Very, very confusing. It's like trying to ask your wife what she wants to eat for lunch. You know? Or when a woman says she's fine. They talk a lot about the title of the movie being called Scream and not Scream 5 or not 5 Cream. They talk a lot about that, and apparently one of the biggest things that you'll pull from this article is that is important. Then them just naming it Scream means more than we think it does, than meets the eye. So, I scream. Director Benalini Open says, let's just say it's not an accident. Scream is not Scream without being aware of being Scream. There is a meta nature built into the franchise and built into the universe, and this movie is no different. And it works on a few levels, but hopefully our goal is that the audience will come to have a new understanding of the title after having seen the movie. And it's not a singular thing. There are a few things it's referring to. As annoyingly vague as that is, it's not by accident. Whatever's going on with this, with the meta-ness of this, with the legacy cast coming back, I actually thought a while back, I was like, fuck, dude, what if they actually bring the legacy cast back? But this whole movie takes place in a different universe, whereas they're actually actors in the movie. And someone who's seen the movie Scream is recreating the murders. And the trailer's misdirecting us to make us think that these are Dewey and Gale, when it's really David Arquette playing David Arquette. And then you could bring back Stu, and then you could bring back Billy Loomis, you know? You could bring back everybody because they haven't actually died because they're just a movie. But when a real killer is killing them. That's interesting to me. I still think that that's a possibility. I don't know, call me a fucking wackadoo. I think it's a goddamn possibility, Jim, and I think it could happen, and I move to strike. I think I'd like that idea. Check the reins it down. Carry the 2. Yep, I fucking like it. Don't know if that's gonna happen. That's just a maybe prediction. Could be. Who knows what'll happen. But even more confusing, Courtney Cox goes on to talk about that. She says, if it had been in the same vein, or if it had been a 5th Scream, yes, I would think that would be insane. But because this is a relaunch in a completely different film, I read it and went, wow, that is fantastic. She later said, this is not Scream 5. If the last movie you saw was Scream 4, you may not want to jump back in. It's not that at all. It's completely different. What do you guys, comment down below, what do you guys think the title means? Like, the relaunch, all of that. What do you think's going on here? What do you think the big twist that has to do with the title is going to be? Comment below, let me know your thoughts. You heard mine. And the last piece of this news is the best piece of this news. It really sounds like we're going to get Scream sequels, guys. Director Tyler Gillett says, I don't think we're speaking out of line to say we would love to make 1 million of these. This new cast of characters is so wonderful. The legacy cast, they're so wonderful. I think what we discovered and what Guy and James did, the writers, is that they found a real reason for the next story to exist. We know that there is more gas in the tank. There are more stories to be told in Woodsboro, and these characters for sure. There you fucking have it. I mean, it's not like they signed the goddamn deal. If the movie comes out and it's a turd on the highway, it's gonna get squished, and they may never make another one again. But if you believe it all in the movie, and I do, and Paramount clearly believes in it, if you look at all the marketing that's going on, and they've all seen the film, I think it's safe to say that as long as the box office numbers aren't two hobos fucking in a shoe filled with piss, to quote Deadpool, then you will see Scream 2, or is it Scream 6? I don't fucking know. Comment down below with your all's thoughts on all this. We just put out an interview with the angry grandma and her grandson Jake that is fucking hilarious. If you guys don't know who she is, you've got to watch it. She talks about Halloween Kills. We got a live stream coming up on Friday with a brand new idea. It's not going to be Friday Night Fights, but it's going to be the same vein. You're still going to vote. It's going to be Box Office Rematch, where we go back in time and we pick 2 movies that went head to head at the box office, and then we let you vote after having seen it which one you would go watch today. For instance, Hard Target came out the same week as The Fugitive back in 1993. If you're going to the theater right now, which one would you do? Vote on that. That's what we're going to be doing. I've had too much fucking coffee, and I'm going to go get my kid off the school bus. I love your fucking faces. Thank you guys for everything. We'll see you guys soon. I said, God damn.
Say that again and I'll gut you like a fish. Gut you like a fish if you say that again. Say that again and I'll gut you like a fish. Gut you like a fish if you say that again. Like to cut 'em, like to choke 'em, like to hold 'em. Young and old ones, Sidney Prescott's my older one. Oh yeah, like to wear white masks in the night.
Hey guys, this is Mark Wahlberg, and I just wanted to take a second to talk to you about We Watched a Movie. They got a really good Patreon going on over there. They'll do videos for you based on any of their characters. They'll do commentaries for you. They'll do movie reviews for you. They got behind-the-scenes videos. You got 20% off of all their merch. They'll even make you your own video store card like Blockbuster back in the day. They got commentaries just sitting there waiting to be fucked by your movie ears. I'll put the link below. We gotta outrun the wind.